Hey there, welcome back to the Chelsea J Experience, and you are about to hear another question in the Ask Chelsea J series. As always, if you have a question regarding your career or job search or professional growth, please make sure to reach out to me. I would love to answer your question. You can drop your question in the comments section below, or you can reach out to me and just send me an email at chelsea@seasonedandgrowing.com. I'd love to hear from you. Before we get into it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, please. I'd appreciate it. That way you will be the first to know whenever new episodes drop. All right, let's get into today's question. Wow, the subject is my boss makes me feel incompetent. All right, Karen says, my boss makes me feel incompetent. I've been working in the corporate world for over 20 years. I have multiple degrees, I'm well traveled, I read a lot. And I'm just going to say it, I'm really good at my job. Good for you, Karen. Lately, my self esteem has dipped due to some of my boss's comments about me and my work. What should I do? I like my job, but my boss makes me feel incompetent. Whew, it sounds like you have a toxic boss, which is extremely unfortunate. And I wish I could actually talk to you because I'm curious if this is something that just happened or if they've always been this way. This is really and truly the problem with toxic work environments and toxic leaders. They can really take a toll on your self esteem, your emotional well being, all of that. And they can have you questioning yourself, which, of course, you will take a dip in your confidence. So I'm sorry that you're going through that. Now, in terms of what you should do, personally, I am not a fan of staying in an environment where someone is just slowly but surely tearing you down because it's hard to recover from that the longer that you stay. So, number one, I would recommend to start looking for a new job. Now, it depends on the type of company that you're at. If you love the company but just don't love your boss, see if there are other departments and supervisors that you would enjoy working for. And hopefully, you can find a similar role just in a different department. I always advise that first, especially if you love the company that you're at. Now, if you love your company and you really don't want to leave because you have good benefits, great pay, all of that good stuff, if that's the case and you're willing to work it out, I would sit down and have a conversation with my supervisor. Now, it can go one of two ways. Either your supervisor can be open and receptive and apologetic, or it can go completely left. They get upset, super defensive, and then it's just a nightmare from there. Now, you should know based on your interactions with your supervisor, watching their mannerisms, and just knowing the type of relationship that you have, you should already be able to predict what will happen. Now, I will say this, there are some times where good people just say messed up things, whether it's by accident or they're having a bad day. Not that that's an excuse, but sometimes things just slip out and they don't even realize it's happening. If you have a supervisor that you know is genuinely caring, they're open to feedback, and they really care about their team, I would go ahead and meet with my supervisor. I recommend documenting everything because what you don't want to do is go into a conversation and say, oh, I'm feeling so bad. You're tearing down my self esteem and my confidence. Because then they're going to say, oh, wow, when did I do that? And if you say, oh, you do it a couple times a week. Okay, when? Give me an example. If you can't give someone an example, I, there's nothing that they can really do to change their behavior. So I recommend, and you should do this anyway, whenever you start to notice that you're going through some things at work, whether it's a toxic environment or butting heads with your boss or colleagues, you need to document everything. And if you haven't yet, just make sure to start. Give it a couple weeks, document those instances where they make inappropriate remarks or they send an inappropriate email. Whatever it is, document it, save it, so that when you have that meeting, you have specific examples. And do not lead with, I wanted to meet with you because you're making me upset and you're tearing down my self esteem. No, don't lead with that. Lead with, hey, whatever your boss's name is, I really value our working relationship. I want to get back on the same page. I want to make sure that we have a positive working relationship together. And in order to do that, I want to bring up something that has really affected me. And go ahead and lead into those examples and let them know I'm not mad, but my feelings are hurt. And I wanted to make you aware of it so that we can begin working together a little bit better. And in the future, we can communicate in a more productive and positive way. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, if you know that your boss, it's just going to go left, you know they have a terrible attitude, they're toxic, they're abusive, you may really want to start exploring different employment opportunities. Remember, regardless of what anyone says or how they beat you down or how negative they are towards you, you have to remember the value that you hold. You are talented, you are amazing, you are competent, you are knowledgeable, you are good at your job. There is another employer and another boss and another team who will be thrilled to have you as part of their organization. If you are in that place where you can't even move forward and imagine a better work environment and where you have the energy to put together your resume, update your LinkedIn profile, all of that, this is the time where you need a support system and you need to seek help. So, whether that be family and friends, colleagues that you've worked with before, reaching out and getting a career coach or a resume writer, or even a therapist, you need to make sure that you are building a network of support so they can help you through this stage in your life. That's my tips. I hope it's helpful. If you need any help, I am a career coach myself and I would be happy to help you. All you have to do is reach out to me, send me an email to chelsea@seasonedandgrowing.com, and also sign up for my blog at seasonedandgrowing.com because I send out weekly articles with career advice. And of course, you can respond to my emails and get in touch with me if you want to start working together. All right, please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and make sure that you leave a comment below so that I can see if this helped you and you can offer your advice to others about how you navigated working with a boss who made you feel incompetent. All right, thanks for tuning in to today's Ask Chelsea episode, and I will see you next time.